Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching. I don't even believe that 2018 is over and now we are into 2019. I am so excited to do this video for you all. I love doing this video and I'm sure that you all also enjoy it. It's the video wherein I'm going to tell you all my favorite products of 2018. There are a few products wherein you must have not seen me using them very frequently, but still they are one of my favorites because whenever I do my brows or whenever I used to get glammed, I used to apply them and I used to love them. So I have this big basket full of makeup right in front of me and I don't know how much it's going to weigh. And I am not going to tell you all the products in too much of detail because then the video will go on and on and on, which I don't want. I'm just going to breeze through all the products and give you a glimpse of what all I liked. I am going to talk about all the products in sequence and let's start up with the primers. My absolute favorite primers for 2018 were definitely these two from Smashbox. Smashbox was definitely a hit in last year. Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer is so good on the skin. The way it goes on is beautiful. The best part about this is that it has hyaluronic acid and it used to make the skin look very plump and youthful. This is like a primer and a moisturizer, so was called primerizer and I really like it. The next was again this one by Smashbox, which was primer water. A beautiful formula that I have never seen before. It's like a primer which is there in a spray form. So any sensitive skin, any skin which was too thin, and when I used to feel that I'm going to apply a heavy primer on it, it's going to weigh down. I love this. I actually like this primer, especially when we talk about mature skin. This primer worked beautifully on them. Another primer that was my favorite was definitely the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This I actually used in the starting of the year very frequently, but in the middle somehow I got carried away with a lot of other primers. But while coming to the end, I again fell in love with this primer. This has such beautiful glow into it. The moment you apply it, it gives you so much of radiance and it's beautiful. I love wearing this under the foundation. Whenever I want a nice dewy glowy look, this was my favorite. The last favorite of 2018 as a primer was definitely this one, which is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This primer is so beautiful. The best part about this primer, I have been using this primer for so long, but still if you can see the pan, it looks as if it's just new. You just have to take very little of this primer and it goes very well on your skin. Especially when you talk about open pores, just apply in the center of the face and this is so gorgeous. My absolute favorite. Now we come to foundations. There are so many foundations that I have used all throughout the year, but there is one foundation that I keep going back to, and this one was the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by Nars. The best part about this foundation is it doesn't look and it doesn't feel heavy at all. It makes your skin so youthful, so radiant, so fresh. I love this foundation. The foundation says that it's a 16-hour long wear foundation, and yes, it absolutely does what it says. It remains intact all throughout the day and it actually looked very beautiful whenever I used to wear this foundation. Regardless of all the other foundations that I have in my vanity, I keep going back to this one again and again. The next foundation that I actually did not discover in 2018, I actually knew it since quite long, but I actually used it so much on my everyday basis, was this one. This is by MAC and this is the Face and Body Foundation. This foundation is so gorgeous. It just blends like a dream on your face. And the most beautiful part, even if you have dry patches on your face, this foundation doesn't cling on those patches and your skin doesn't look dry at all. This foundation is definitely one of the foundations that gives you a very minimum coverage and gives you a good coverage as well. It's like a buildable foundation and you can build it on to the level where you want and what kind of coverage you want. My absolute favorite, and I actually wore this foundation all the year round on everyday basis. It's like a very minimum coverage when you want it for your daily use, but if you want to build it up, you can definitely do that. The last foundation is not a liquid foundation. It is this stick foundation, and this foundation is perfection. Trust me, this is Hourglass Vanish stick, and this is such a gorgeous foundation. It makes your skin look so freaking good. I love this foundation. It's so travel friendly. You can just throw it in your bag and doesn't take too much of space. Gives you absolute full coverage. Even if you talk about the formula, it's a very in-between formula wherein you don't feel dry at all. It's not at all matte, and you don't feel very sticky, and you don't feel as if it's a very dewy foundation. So hands down, my favorite for 2018 in stick foundation is this Hourglass foundation. Now we come to concealers, and I have not tried and tested so many concealers in this year, but the ones that I got my hands on, I was very happy and satisfied with them, and I absolutely love them. The first one was definitely the one which is from Nars, and it's a Radiant Creamy Concealer. This concealer is bomb. It's like the moment you set it under your eyes start looking like a very smooth canvas. And the best part about this concealer is that even if I used to forget it with the translucent powder, it never used to crease so much. So a beautiful concealer for everyday use. Definitely not absolutely full coverage, but yes, a good one for everyday use. My next absolute favorite concealer was definitely the Shape Tape Concealer from Tarte. I have been using this concealer consistently for all the year round. I've been using it on myself. I've been using it on all my brides. And it's a beautiful concealer, absolutely full coverage, and it lasts all day. I love this one. Another beautiful concealer that I just discovered in the middle of the year was this one from Benefit, which is the Boi-ing concealer. I love this concealer, especially on those days when I used to feel that my dark circles are very, very prominent, because this concealer has the apt amount of peach into it, and it used to cover my dark circles so beautifully. Boi-ing from Benefit. Now we come to powders, whether it is a loose setting powder or a pressed powder. Laura Mercier has been my absolute favorite. You know, it was my favorite last year as well, and it is still my favorite. I love using it on my brides. But a very beautiful loose setting powder that I discovered in 2018 was this one from Coverfx, and this is an illuminating setting powder. I love this powder, especially for dry skin, and especially for those days when I'm feeling very, very dry. My under eye area looks really dry. I don't want to go on for Laura Mercier because I think that it makes my skin a little more dry, but it's beautiful for summertime. But during winters or during the days when I feel very dry, Coverfx has been a total bomb for those days, and I love this powder. It has very beautiful sheen into it, and it works beautifully on your skin. I am not a huge fan of pressed powders, but when it comes to choosing just one best pressed powder for 2018, it was definitely this one from Charlotte Tilbury, which is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Yes, this powder always stays in my vanity, and whenever I have to use a pressed powder, I am very happy using this one because it doesn't make your skin look cakey and gives you an airbrush look. A beautiful powder. Now we come to bronzers. All of you know that I have been a huge fan of Hoola bronzing powder, and I am still a huge fan of it. It has been my favorite and it will still remain my favorite. It wasn't my last year favorites also. But yes, 2018 I discovered few more bronzing powders and I totally loved them. I loved this one from Marc Jacobs, which is the Tantric. bronzing powder. It is so huge. I love the packaging. It's so gorgeous. It's so fancy, you know. Whenever I used to feel, you know, whenever I was feeling fancy, I used to love this bronzer. The formula is very good and I loved it. Another one that I have been using quite often in 2018 was this one from MAC, which is Give Me Sun. A beautiful bronzer. Again, I have worked on a lot of my brides with this. The best part about this is it provides you that beautiful glow, sun-kissed glow on your skin, and it contours at the very same time. Beautiful bronzer. Another of my favorites have been this bronzer from Chanel. I love this bronzer. It has a very beautiful undertone into it. It doesn't look muddy at all. It doesn't look weird when you put on your skin, and it blends so gorgeously. It is definitely a beautiful bronzing powder. Now we come to blushers, and I am not very experimental with blush. I have been using rigorously MAC all throughout, and I love their blushers. Their formula is beautiful. They feel great. The color pigment is also good, and they were definitely my last year favorites, and this year also. I love them. But besides MAC, I discovered just one or two more beautiful blushers, and I love them. The first one is definitely from Kiko, and this is a trio blush, and if you see, this is so gorgeous. I have this in two colors. This one is definitely pink, and I have it in peach also. It's so sheer. It is one of the blushers that has that adequate amount of glow into it. It doesn't shine like boom, it's there on your skin. The pigment is beautiful, and I love these blushers. It's so convenient to carry. You can just throw it in your purse. I actually carry this everywhere with me, and both the colors are hands down my favorite for 2018. Another one that I really liked was this one from Dior, and this is the Rosy Glow, which is 001. I know this color looks so vibrant on camera, but when you put it, it is the most stunning, the most beautiful blush. It's something that looks like that. It actually looks like a rosy glow on your face. And the best part, when you put it, it doesn't emphasize your pores. It blends like butter, and it's beautiful. I love this. It gives you that nice flush of color on your cheeks as if you're just glowing from inside, and it was definitely one of my favorites. Now the next part is definitely one of my favorites. We are going to talk about highlights, and I've discovered so many highlighters last year, and I loved most of them. So it was so difficult for me to figure out which ones are the best for that year. But yes, I have actually narrowed it down to best 4, and I actually loved each one of them. The first one is definitely my absolute favorite for 2018, which is Amrezy from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have been using this highlighter every single freaking day. Yes, there is no single day that I haven't touched this highlighter. I have constantly used it on myself, on my brides. It's so amazing. It is one of the I am actually not a very huge fan of highlighters when it comes to real gold highlighters, but when we talk about Amrezy, it is that perfect highlight which has that perfect amount of gold into it. In fact, it's not gold, it's like champagne gold color, sort of a color, and it looks gorgeous. When you set it with a nice finishing spray, it just looks like glass on your skin. This one is definitely my favorite. My next highlighting powder is Brahm, and this is in Pink Glow. This highlighter is godsend. I'm telling you, this is so gorgeous, so beautiful. This is almost my second pan, and I have used the crap out of it. It's something which makes your skin glow, and it doesn't emphasize your pore too much, which is the best part when I feel when I talk about highlighters. This definitely comes in 2 or 3 colors, I think. Yes, 3. But I love this one, which is Pink Sands, and I highly recommend this for people who love a very subtle sort of a highlight. Nothing which is like, you know, too much over the top. It is something which is so gorgeous. This one is definitely, we've talked about Amrezy, and this one is from Bobbi Brown, and can you see the nice pink glow that it gives? And it's nothing which is over the top, and it blends like butter on your skin. The next highlighter that I'm talking about is from Inglot, and this is the Jennifer Lopez Living the Highlight in Radiant. This highlighter is so beautiful, especially when I talk about that I want to highlight my collarbones, my shoulders, my arms, my legs. This is one of the highlighters that you can wear on your body and just flaunt yourself as if you've got such perfect body. This highlighter, I actually love bathing into it, and I love to apply it especially on the body. This is how it looks like. And yes, the best way to apply them is to spray Fix Plus and then let that dry for about 30 seconds and just boom boom boom, use your brush and you are glowing. The last highlighter that I don't want to miss was this one from Fenty Beauty. This highlighter, this is the Diamond Bomb highlighter, and I cannot stay without talking about this highlighter when it comes to favorite highlighting products of 2018. This, I don't know what is so great about this product, but it's something that it has a very strange formula. Let me swatch it for you all. Can you see this highlighter? Just looks like water. It gives you that glass sort of a feel. Wow. Can you see this? I am not a huge fan of highlighters when they are that striking silver. But when we talk about this, it's like a perfection that is being made because it is being made on a transparent base. So whether you want to put it on your cheeks, you want to put it on your eyes, you want to put it on your collarbones, on your shoulders, anywhere, this highlighter looks so gorgeous. I actually had this highlighter and have been using it for my brides, but I don't know, when I had to do my favorites video, I was not able to find out this highlighter. So I ordered again and I got it again, especially for you guys to see that this is definitely one of my favorites of 2018. Now we're going to talk about cream highlighters. There are not too many products when we talk about cream highlighters. There are just 2 of them which I actually loved and I applied, and they have worked for me all throughout the year. The first one is definitely from Benefit. It's What's Up. And whenever I want to create a nice dewy glowy look as if I am just glowing like a star, this product has never put me down. This highlighter looks so stunning when you apply it, and it doesn't look anything that you've applied from top. It's something which is so nicely made. It just looks like skin, melts like butter into your skin, and it looks absolutely stunning, just like your own skin. The second of my favorite has been this one, which is the Spotlight Glow Stick from Marc Jacobs. This highlight is definitely not as subtle as the previous one, but again it's very beautiful. And if we compare the two, this one is definitely more of a champagne pink sort of a color, and this has more of gold into it. And I actually loved it, especially during events when I really want to glow. I used to put this and then pop my powder highlighter on top of it, and boom, it used to look so stunning. Now we come to eye palettes, and 2018, Anastasia Beverly Hills, you ruled the market. Definitely. I have almost all the palettes by Anastasia Beverly Hills and I loved each one of them. My favorite has definitely been the Soft Glam and the Norvina palette. They are just stunning, but let me tell you, I can't say that Modern Renaissance and the Sultry palette is something that did not work well for me, But yes, I love soft glam because I am more of a warm tone person, and this has all the warm colors and I loved using them. This was definitely my favorite. And why I loved Norvina, because I think it has the perfect because I think this palette had very different colors from what other palettes introduced, and I love the lilacs and the rose golds and all. The combination of this palette was definitely one of my favorites. Another of my favorite brand when we talk about palettes is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I don't know why people did not talk about much about this palette in last year, but Born to Run palette, it is something which is so beautiful. The packaging is so stunning. The mirror here is incredible. It has the perfect amount of matte colors that you want in your everyday use. It has the perfect amount of warm colors. It has mauves, it has greens, it has blues, and these are all matte, and these are all so beautiful jewel toned colors, and the color payoff is amazing. They are soft like butter, they blend so well. It's absolutely a hit, and I loved this palette in 2018. We just talked about eyeshadow palettes, and I just forgot to mention the best eye primer. I am a huge fan of Soft Ochre by MAC, but somehow I have been facing a lot of problem in getting my hands on it. It is definitely not very easily available here in Delhi and in India. Whenever I travel, I bring a lot of pots with me. But yes, I've been doing brides, I've been doing my clients, I need it for myself, and I actually run out of it. So what I discovered in 2018 was this P. Lewis base. This was something which I actually saw in one of the Nikki tutorials talking about this one, and I got my hands on it, and trust me, I never ever looked back. This is such a beautiful primer, and at the fraction of the price of what MAC is, and it is something that covers your veins, your imperfections, and your shadows stick to it so well. This is definitely the most beautiful eye primer that I've used last year. When we talk about eyes, I just can't stay without talking about these Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow by Stila. This was a hit. I loved all of them. I am wearing one of them on my eyes right now. I absolutely loved it. This one is in the shade Smoldering Satin. I also liked Kitten Karma, and they have been my absolute favorite. The moment you put them, the color payoff is beautiful. The glitter shows so well, and they stay in place all throughout the day. Now we come to brow products, and Anastasia Beverly Hills have been my favorite when we talk about brow pomades. Yes, I love it. I have been constantly loving it. But last year, I discovered another brand that has been doing so well in brows. And these are the brands. These are two brands, and I love both of them simultaneously. I just can't say that one does better than the other. But yes, one has a better range of products. Number one is definitely Kiko, and their Pro Pomades are super amazing. So if you run out of Anastasia Beverly Hills, their Pro Pomades are equally beautiful. I also love their Eyebrow Sculpt Pencil, and this one is in the shade 05, and I have used and abused it badly last year. This was definitely my favorite. I also loved Benefit, and they came out with some beautiful products. We talk about brow powders, we talk about brow pomades, we talk about brow pencils. Benefit was definitely a hit, and I love. This one is their Goof Proof pencil, and I actually liked it, loved it, and used it. There's only one gel that I have been using for brows, and this one is by Benefit. This is the 24-hour brow setter. This sets your brows in place and your brows don't move. I love this because of the wand. It has such a nice wand, and it goes on so well on your brows, and they stay in their place all throughout the day. Mascara. 2018, I did not experiment with too many mascaras because I got my lash extensions done last year and I have been constantly getting my refills done. I think they look stunning. So I could not get my hands on too many mascaras. But whenever in between, when I wanted to give my lashes some rest or give it a break, I got my hands on this Lancome Your Big Mascara and I absolutely loved it. How incredibly they've increased the volume, the length, the way it looks on my lashes. It makes my lashes so absolutely freaking black, and I used to love it because after lash extensions I used to feel bare when I'm not putting them, and this mascara saved my life at that point of time. And whenever I used to put this mascara, my lashes used to look so stunning. This was my favorite. Now we come to lips. And this part is like, I can go on and on and on and on with this section, but I don't want to stretch this to that limit. So I have confined myself and I actually forced myself to stick to few of them. Like when I close my eyes, which ones are my absolute favorite of 2018, so that I can just let you know those 4 or 5 of them. When we talk about matte lip paints or matte lipsticks, I loved the formula for the Nars lipsticks. This is the Nars Power Matte Lip Pigment. This formula is incredible. It's insane. When you put it on your lips, you don't feel dry at all. In spite of being a non-transfer lipstick, the formula is a hit, and I loved these Nars lip paints, and I've got 2-3 colors in them, but the Star Woman, this color was my favorite when we talk about reds. In the category of non-transfer lip colors, Fenty Beauty was also a hit. Definitely the Stunna lip paint, and now they've come up with 2 or 3 or more colors. The application of this, the brush is so good. It applies so well. The color payoff is so good. You just put it once and you don't have to reapply it, and it stays intact all throughout the day. When we talk about glosses, again, Fenty was a hit. I have been using this gloss bomb rigorously and it's such a gorgeous color. I haven't got my hands on the new one, which is the Fuss, I think Fussy, I don't even know the name, which came out with the diamond collection and later. I haven't got my hands on those, but this one has been my favorite gloss and I love applying it. Another gloss that I have used so much last year was this one, which is Sugar Sugar from Marc Jacobs. I love the formula for this gloss. I love the way it feels on my lips. My lips don't feel sticky at all. The gloss is, even if you reapply the gloss, it doesn't look gloopy. I think it's beautiful. You can wear it alone, you can wear it on top of any lip color, and this looks stunning. Another beautiful product that I came across last year, just at the end of last year, was these nude sticks pencils. They were introduced in Sephora and I got my hands on them, and trust me, I love them. They feel so good on your lips. They don't move at all. I am wearing the color right now, which is boho, and it's like something that's transfer proof and it stays intact all throughout the day. Although it's not a non-transfer lip color, it's a matte lip color which comes in this pencil form, but still it remains the way you've applied it on your lips. It remains intact all throughout the day. I got 2 of them. One is in rose and the other is in boho, and I love both the colors. Rose is definitely more of a mauve color and boho is something that I'm wearing on my lips, and they are incredible. They are stunning. The formula is great and you must get your hands on them. The last, when we talk about lipsticks, I absolutely liked what Bobbi Brown introduced. These were the Lux Lip Color, and this one is in the shade Almost Bare. This color is so gorgeous, it's so beautiful, and I love the formula for these lipsticks. They are not at all drying. The color payoff is very well, it glides very well on your lips. You don't feel dry when you wear these lipsticks, and this was definitely one of my favorites. And last but not the least, I cannot stay without mentioning Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks when we talk about normal lipsticks, especially this one in this shade Super Cindy. This is such a stunning lip color. I love the way they come on your lip. I feel great when I wear them. I have almost all the colors in their lipsticks and I love each one of them, but I think Super Cindy for me rules the collection. Now the last when we talk about is the finishing sprays. Yes, you all know that I have been a huge fan of MAC Fix Plus when it comes to finishing sprays. It has been my favorite, it is still my favorite, but I have two more favorites of last year that I discovered and I loved them. Number one is definitely the Coverfx Illuminating Setting Spray. This is so stunning. Just look at this. Can you see this? The mist is so fine. I loved it. At times with MAC I have faced a problem when I spray it. It just, you know, it's like a big blob that comes on your face and you see a big droplet which is there on your face, and when you actually try to clean it, it spoils your makeup. It's like as if a spray is just spitting on your face, which I don't like. But when I discovered Coverfx, I was so impressed with the formula. The mist is like, you know, you just spray it and I just can't stop myself from spraying it. It's so beautiful, it's so fine, and it has that nice glow into it. This was definitely my favorite. And finally, I just can't stay without mentioning this product in my beauty favorites of 2018, which is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Yes, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is what is always with me in my bag and I love it. I know it's too expensive, it's too fancy as well. I love the glass packaging and you just don't have to spray it so much. I just don't want to waste my product spraying it, but yes, just spray it once here, spray it once there, and you're good to go. And it makes your skin look so dewy, especially when I don't want to wear makeup and I want to look as if my skin has that natural glow. This is that bomb product that works for me. Super stunning, amazing, hands down my favorite. So with this, I conclude my video, and these were my favorite beauty products of 2018. If you are one of those who love makeup, you will love all the products that I have mentioned in this video. But if you are one of those who don't want to spend insanely on beauty products, please don't get worried, because I am going to upload my favorite drugstore beauty products of 2018 very soon. I hope you like the video. In case you like it, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload, and subscribe and comment on my videos. I love you all. Stay blessed. Keep watching, and Happy New Year to all of you again.